Florida Real Estate Exam Prep 2024-2025 Flashcard, 67 questions with explained answers. Flashcard 1. Term. What requirement does not apply regarding dwelling built prior to 1978? Definition. Buyer must have the property inspected for lead-based paint. Flashcard 2. Term. Which expense associated with a principal residence are deductible for income tax purposes? Definition. Property tax and mortgage interest. Flashcard 3. Term. Why might have loan is a VA loan? Definition. Is a government-guaranteed loan for veteran. Flashcard 4. Term. What is the status of a sales associate's license if they do not complete the required 45-hour post-license course before the expiration of their license? Definition. Null and void. Flashcard 5. Term. What does BPO stand for? Definition. Broker's price opinion. Flashcard 6. Term. What must a real estate sales associate do upon receiving an earnest money deposit? Definition. Immediately, but no later than the end of the next business day following the receipt. Flashcard 7. Term. If a broker receives a escrow check on Thursday, when is the broker legally required to have the escrow into the escrow account? Definition. Immediately, which is defined by Tuesday of the following week. Flashcard 8. Term. What are the possible consequences if a broker negligently or fraudulently furnishes inaccurate and/or outdated rental information to a prospective tenant and is compensated for the information? Definition. The broker can be convicted of a misdemeanor of the first degree. Flashcard 9. Term. Which of the following statements is true about leverage? Definition. Leverage is the use of borrowed funds to purchase assets, finances, and investments. Flashcard 10. Term. What is the sales associate charge if they took the original copies of listings when they left the firm to work for another brokerage? Definition. Larceny. Flashcard 11. Term. What are the two fees the VA loan has? Definition. Origination fee and a funding fee. Flashcard 12. Term. Which of the following is the type of method a surveyor would use to describe a property in a subdivision? Definition. The lot and block method. Flashcard 13. Term. Which of the following is a set of administrative rules developed by the Florida Real Estate Commission? Definition. Chapter 61J2. Flashcard 14. Term. In which of the following mortgages lending theories does the borrower retain title during the loan? Definition. Lien theory. Flashcard 15. Term. What is the following penalty for a first-time minor violation that is not accompanied by a fine? Definition. A notice of non-compliance. Flashcard 16. Term. Is it required to records the deed in Florida? Definition. No. Flashcard 17. Term. Concerning the statute of fraud, which of the following does not apply? Definition. The statute of fraud states that it must be in writing to be enforced. Flashcard 18. Term. What kind of loan is a FHA? Definition. Is a government-sponsored insurance company. Flashcard 19. Term. Can the wife of a dead veteran still go get a VA loan? Definition. Yes, unless she is remarried. Flashcard 20. Term. Purchased a lamp from Amazon but never took it out the box. What is the lamp considered? Definition. Personal property. Flashcard 21. Term. Which of the following is false concerning the primary and secondary mortgage market? Definition. The secondary mortgage market is where the loan originated. Flashcard 22. Term. A seller told Jay that although he is selling a home for $790K, I can accept $740K. What should Jay do? Definition. Do not disclose the $740K. Flashcard 23. Term. In which of the following mortgages lending theories does the borrower not retain title during the loan? Definition. Title theory. Flashcard 24. Term. Which of the following is a written opinion of value? Definition. BPO. Flashcard 25. Term. What does FHA stand for? Definition. Federal Housing Administration. Flashcard 26. Term. Which mortgage clause allows the mortgagee the right to demand the outstanding loan balance plus a current interest in the right to demand the outstanding loan balance plus a current interest in the event that the borrower sells or transfers any interest in the property without lender's prior written consent? Definition. Due on sales clause. Flashcard 27. Term. What is a listing contract? Definition. It is an employment contract between a broker and a seller. Flashcard 28. Term. What happens if the seller or owner? Definition. 1. Sellers must disclose their issues lead in the paint. 2. The sell must give a paper or document to the buy that they disclose there is lead. 3. EPA Panflick 4. Seller must give buyers a 10-day period to inspect for the lead-based paint. Flashcard 29. Term. Does a deed restriction is followed by whom? Definition. The buyer and the seller. Flashcard 30. Term. When must a prospective buyer get the property tax info? Definition. 15 days before closing. Flashcard 31. Term. What would an agent be charged duplicates of listings when they left the brokerage firm then went to work for another firm? Definition: breach of contract. Flashcard 32. Term: how is money regulated in the bank? Definition: by the Federal Reserve. Flashcard 33. Term: for VA loans do you have to make a down payment? Definition: no, you do not have to make a down payment for VA loans. Flashcard 34. Term: the subject property is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. A comparable property is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath home. An appraiser has determined that the extra half bath is worth about $2,200. What adjustment should they make? Definition: subtract $2,200 from the comparable transaction prices. Flashcard 35. Term: which of the following types of notices is also called a legal notice and is achieved by recording documents in the public records? Definition: constructive notice. Flashcard 36. Term: which of the following causes of covenant that grantor that owns the property has to right to convey it? Definition: a covenant of season. Flashcard 37. Term: which of the following statements is true concerning continuing education? Definition: license and after the license sales associates must complete the 14 license and after the license sales associates must complete the 14 hours of continued education. Flashcard 38. Term: can you call a CMA an appraisal? Definition: no. Flashcard 39. Term: can the seller pay you directly to conduct a CMA? Definition: no, it has to go through the broker. Flashcard 40. Term: a licensed real estate sales associate conducts an appraisal for a fee. The FREC found the license to be in violation of the Uniform Standards of Professional Appraisal Practice. Which statement is true? Definition: the license is subject to FREC discipline. Flashcard 41. Term: what type of rights are associated with water such as the ocean, canal, lake with your property? Definition: literal rights. Flashcard 42. Term: what is the status of a sold associate license if his broker dies, resigns, or is otherwise removed from the position? Definition: involuntary inactive. Flashcard 43. Term: in the event that a broker chooses not to have an escrow account, the funds are typically held at a title company or an attorney's escrow account. If the funds are held at a title company or in an attorney's escrow account, what must be included on the purchase and sales contract regarding the title company or attorney? Definition: name, address, and phone number of the title company or attorney. Flashcard 44. Term: if you are headed N90 degrees E, what direction are you headed? Definition: east. Flashcard 45. Term: what does USAPA stand for? Definition: Uniform Standards of Professional Appraisal Practice. Flashcard 46. Term: covenant armorization. How do interest and principal payments reflect in your payment? Definition: the portion used to pay interest decreases over time, while the portion used to pay principal increases. Flashcard 47. Term: what are the only two non-conventional loans? Definition: FHA loans and VA loans will. Flashcard 48. Term: does a blind man qualify to get extra homestead? Definition: yes, $5,000. Flashcard 49. Term: how much of a minimum do you have to put down for FHA loan? Definition: 3.5% down minimum. Flashcard 50. Term: which of the following is an example of external obsolescence? Definition: the road in front of the house became a thoroughfare. Flashcard 51. Term: do all real estate contracts have to be in writing to be enforceable? Definition: yes. Flashcard 52. Term: Joe and Ann are a married couple, and own the home on 75 Thompson St. before marrying Joe. Which applies to Ann? Definition: tenancy by severalty. Flashcard 53. Term: a broker provided an up-to-date and accurate rental list for a $350 fee. The potential tenant was unable to obtain a rental and requested a fine. Which applies? Definition: if the potential tenant makes the request within 30 days, the license would be required to provide a refund of $262.50. Flashcard 54. Term: what type of rights are associated with water flowing through your property? Definition: riparian rights. Flashcard 55. Term: how is the binder deposit noted on the closing disclosure? Definition: credit to the buyer only. Flashcard 56. Term: what are examples of appraisal real estate agent can be paid for? Definition: cash sale and if someone hires you for fee. Flashcard 57. Term: if every parcel of land in a subdivision can have only up to 2,000 square foot homes, what is being described? Definition: restrictive covenant. Flashcard 58. Term: what does CMA stand for? Definition: comparative market analysis. Flashcard 59. Term: which of the following's incorrect concerning FHA and VA mortgages? Definition: VA is a government-insured loan and can be accompanied by an origination fee. Flashcard 60. Term. Which each of the following lines would take priority? Definition. A. A vendor's lien filed on December 12, 2017. B. A mechanic's lien filed on January 1, 2018. C. A property tax lien filed on January 14, 2018. D. A special assessment tax file on January 13, 2018. Flashcard 61. Term. Can the bank pay you directly to do a BPO? Definition. No. Flashcard 62. Term. Which of the following is a list of the 4 necessary elements for a contract to be valid? Definition. Legal subject, offer and acceptance, competent parties, and consideration. Flashcard 63. Term. Can real estate agents do an appraisal for a governmentally funded loan? Definition. No. Flashcard 64. Term. Do VA and FHA loans come with an origination fee? Definition. Yes, both come with an origination fee. Flashcard 65. Term. How to figure out the price of a subject property? Definition. Subtract or add from the comp. Flashcard 66. Term. When is the transfer of land in the state of Florida? Definition. When you are handed the deed and you volunteer accept it. Flashcard 67. Term. For VA loans, do you have to have mortgage insurance? Definition. No, you don't have mortgage insurance with VA loans.